items itself has weapons.
Yeah, but you can sort it based on what it is.
Oh. Yeah,
Right. When I do that, it doesn't give me weapons.
Huh.
We can always figure it out.
Are you in the item screen or the library?
Oh, okay. Here's
I'm in the item screen.
And you see type down at the bottom left?
No, you're in the wrong place. All right. Open up the library. Just have the library thing open. And you should see the core rules loaded, the DD5E SRD data.
Yes.
Click on that. You should see over on the right a bunch
of... Oh, I
I
see what I'm doing. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. You can now just click on equipment, click on weapons, and there you go. Same thing for armor, adventuring gear, etc. That's how I do it, and it's a heck of a lot easier than using...
Yeah, because the other thing doesn't show any of these items or weapons or anything like that.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, the other item doesn't do that.
This is how I've always done it. It's a lot easier than trying to use the items tab.
Tal, you managed to make some pretty decent hangover cures, sorta.
Sweet.
Hair of the dog, as it were.
Oh, I have hair of the dog if you need it. Ruffles the Baron.
Hey, whatever you choose to garnish with is your business. But pretty much in the morning, like Talison's gonna be there bright and early. He's gonna have like a little thing set out with like he's got like a little wooden rack that has like test tubes in it that has kind of like a milky looking substance in it.
Should we roll to see if we have hangovers?
Koros, you have a hangover.
Yeah,
I'm saying that right now.
Drinking contest.
Cor, you have a hangover.
It's like a slight headache.
Yeah, Izzy, you have a hangover. And Estra, you can roll me a con check. Go to your main tab on your character sheet.
The Baron is fine.
The Baron didn't drink.
Nope.
Really?
You have a slightly worse hangover than Izzy does.
Are you serious?
Trixie just had the one. So.
There's also a plate of pastries that they don't have fruit in them, unfortunately, because it's the desert. But they're covered with like an agave kind of syrup, and like
so, Trixie comes down.
Alchemy brewed coffee.
And an agave kind of
she
syrup.
looks at Talison's little spread, and she sees the beakers, and she said, "You really are quite a dweeb, aren't you?"
I'll come down with the Baron.
I like to make a good first impression.
I don't know where Koros is, but hopefully he's alive.
Like I just picture Tal as
interesting ideas.
No, I'm in the bed.
Tal's just literally running one of those elementary school lemonade stand things.
I'll knock on Koros's door a lot, like loud enough to wake him up, and then walk down.
Okay.
And go, money! And then walk.
Money!
Cora, you don't know what... Oh, well, you're kind of familiar with what death feels like from Waterdeep, and this feels worse.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk down, look over at Isabel, and be like, "This is why I do not drink often." Thank you.
I didn't even have to make a persuasion check. You just agreed to it. It's great.
Kind of like Scipio and the demon in his head.
I'll sit down and grab a cup of coffee.
So
wave at Taliesin.
So you said you made hangover talisman, made hangover cures or something?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of them just.
There's like a little wooden rack with a bunch of small vials. He says, drink 1 if your head's hurting, drink 2 if you want to just not feel anything for the rest of the day.
Oh boy.
Please don't grab them all. Please. He's gonna grab them all.
I can hear Koros thinking about it.
You want to feel good? You want to feel bad?
Drinks 3, oh god.
Please
you
don't tell me you
bad about
poisoned.
feeling so good?
Please don't tell me you poisoned my brother.
No, it's literally anti-venom. If anything, he probably has like a vitamin B overload or something.
Oh, so I'm gonna pee in bright yellow for the next couple hours.
Trixie goes to sit down in a corner with one of her mom's muffins and just is like...
So would that be a long rest so I could heal myself from a vicious
it would be.
Wild animal attacking me in my sleep?
Cora, roll me a con check real quick, because do you actually drink 3 of the hangover cures?
While they're chitter-chatting and
You
doing
want a con check?
fun and wonderful stuff,
Oh, hang on. That was the disadvantage though.
Oh
Hang on.
God.
Oh, hang
Sorry, I
on.
had
Oh
that.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 3 would have made the
Yeah,
difference.
now do it.
That don't fucking matter.
Oh, sick.
So you don't
Sorry.
really do anything horrible to yourself. You just feel really numb and just, man.
If the headache's gone, I'm happy.
Yeah, you are spaced out after drinking 3 of those. It like takes a
I
little bit for it
snapped
to
my-
settle in.
I snapped my fingers in front of his face, and I'm like, he's gone.
It's hard for you to focus, and your mind just keeps kind of wandering from topic to topic occasionally. You'll be like right in the middle of talking about something, and you'll be like, yeah, I met this guy down at the docks the other day, and man, the donuts here are so good.
So it's kind of like if I was really hungover.
Yeah, except now it's a bit like you're whacked out on you're hungover, and you're also kind of whacked out on what do you call them?
Every muscle relaxers.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, sweet. All right.
Tala, you see a lot of people coming around to take up your offer, like asking you about
Yeah?
the job offers, stuff like that, because you announced it to the whole tavern, and everybody here kind of likes to make money.
I'm like, well,
And Tracy's just sitting over in the corner watching this, like, how will he handle this? Because she knows he's not a social person.
You have like a long line of people, Tal.
I'll just sit
I
down at the
This is
table.
like entertaining Trixie to no end. She's just sitting with her muffin in the corner, like, oh, if only you know who could see him now.
I draw a deep breath and I begin to make more coffee. And I am going to give everybody who has shown up a cup of coffee. And if there is any of them that really like draw my eye, like if I could make an investigation check or something to see if there's anybody that really draws my attention, either for good or for ill.
I'm gonna walk up to him and shake his hand, introduce myself, and tell him that I spoke with, remind him that I spoke with him last night, and have my own proposition for him as well.
Absolutely,
kinda
I
just-
had full possession of my faculties.
Unlike some
Is
people.
he just kind of made herself at home and just sat right down next to him, the Baron's head in her lap as she just pets him?
I will say, just for the sake of brevity and to help distinguish them, you do notice everybody you met the previous day. You notice Yixid, who's standing. Yixid, you did take up the offer, right?
Oh yeah, Yixid would pretty much just be standing vanguard behind Taliesin, as basically he's his boss at the moment.
Yeah.
Yixid, I actually
actually-
do not offer a pastry to. I instead give him like some sort of fried fish cake thing that Ronar liked.
That's racist. You think all
This-
Dragonborns like fish cakes?
He's my
So-
uncle.
Amendment. I am eating one of my mom's muffins, and I am sketching the dragon standing behind Talus and be like, oh, she's gonna love this.
And actually, while I walk up to him, and since nobody's attacking me, they won't worry about it. I'm gonna unleash my mantle of flame while I walk up to him.
Okay.
This bar was actually set on fire.
That's
Yeah,
no, this
let's-
is a different, bar.
Oh,
It's
this is a
different bar,
different one? Okay,
thankfully.
I was about to say. Like,
I didn't necessarily want the other group to know that I'm double dipping on them, but I'm kind of doing this for their benefit because I don't know any of these people, so I
okay.
don't really
So
care
this
as
isn't
much.
the doo-wop hops.
Wow.
It's horrible, but it's pragmatic.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a
Okay.
point.
It's
Uh,
like, why are we at the bar that has that catchy jingle?
So Anestra, with the already flaming hair, comes up to you and is just like wreathed in flame and heat, and it's like, hey.
And instead of touching his
I-
hand because I don't want to burn him, I'm gonna bow and introduce myself.
I will bow in response and introduce myself as well. And I say, you are definitely in. I'm going to point at Yixid, and I say, you're definitely in.
I'll wave at him.
Crash, I don't think is here, but he's a Ladrin, so he's definitely in.
So people who aren't in, like, no, you're like not being all that tactful about it.
Not really, no.
Tally.
Okay.
I
Oh.
do have the benefit of having just won the races, though. So I'm kind of a big deal at the moment.
You
Kind
do.
of a big deal.
And
Wow.
I did win the fight the night before, and I am showing up in a wreath of flame. So
I kind of just cop and wave at Taliesin.
Hey, what's going on?
By the way, Taliesin,
I'm having to choose who to hire. So I'm throwing all of you out and hiring a bunch of gnomes.
By the way, Taliesin, kind of out of character, it would have been a Yixit is in regardless, being the Dragonborn is like, once he agreed to it, he's going regardless of what you say.
But yeah, you're definitely in, Mr. Brack the Eladrin. The twins are in because they have the wolf. And also, since Isabel is now my betrothed, apparently, I have to do right by her. Oh, you don't remember?
Thanks, Koros.
Yeah, you owe me your
Trixie.
life, and you gave me your sister.
Trixie
Huh?
again looks
I
up
don't remember
from her
that.
drawing and says, "Congratulations." Goes back
I
to
smacked the
drawing
back at
the
Koros'
scene.
head.
I felt nothing.
And
Koros, the smack to the back of your head actually triggers an enlightening moment where you learn the true meaning of the life, the universe, and everything, but it's suddenly forgotten as the wolf kind of coughs at you.
could I make any kind of an investigation or an intelligence check or anything to see if I recognize Trixie at all?
Yeah, Trixie, you can roll a deception if you want to try and keep him from noticing anything familiar about you.
Sure.
Because you have been to Oakland quite a bit, and you are quite the rabid
I
fan
did, but
of
we ran
Topsy.
with different people, and he was never interested in any of the shows or the people that did it.
That's
He
true, but
didn't.
Oakland gives you kind of a vibe, kind of a sickly
It does,
vibe.
but then that's just the Fae in me.
Not to mention, Nelfs are pretty rare.
Nelfs are, but who can stand in the way of love?
I gag.
Lots of people
Apparently
were
not physics.
inspired by, you know, that big romance that apparently happened. Brought a lot of people together.
And tore the world apart.
Oh, Izzy
Um,
would have had her bow on her too.
Did you
and
roll
it's
your
like-
deception?
Oh, sorry. Didn't.
Okay. Let's see.
Tell your
So-
insight.
Insight?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cutting words him.
You
Doesn't
don't have
matter.
to.
It doesn't really matter. Yeah, Tal,
I'd say,
you...
well, Trixie did not strike me as the adventuring sort.
No, but I did tell you I was looking for a location for a to set up
That's-
a branch.
That's true, but I think we're going to go look at some ruins. I do offer you the opportunity to come along if you want to see a bit more of the desert.
The desert.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you
And
said
everyone
you were
else,
a
I'm going to thank them for their
racer.
time and give them bagnettes and coffee.
Thank you. Leave.
There's quite a bit of grumbling about empty promises, but most people just file out. Some of them go back into the bar and just drink their
Drink their
lack of money
sorrows
away.
Aww.
Way to go, Dream Crusher.
I feel like a dick now.
Well, that is Talison's middle name.
Taliesin, Dream Crusher, Oak Song.
Just because that's what my true name is in Fae. No.
I just imagine that's actually what Beasleby gave you for a middle name. It's like, you are such a disappointment.
So Trixie, are you gonna do anything to make him try and bring you into the adventuring party, or are you just gonna let him wander off on his own?
I thought you said you were a racer.
I think Tracy should
I
just
am.
tag along just because.
In fact,
Yeah.
that's actually how I intend on getting there.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Didn't mention
Really?
that part, huh?
Really?
Mhm.
And since you know far more about this place than I do you got a map? Because I haven't seen one in ages.
I do indeed.
About where are you going?
I'm afraid that I cannot divulge that information as of yet, because there are many others who would like to know that information, and we must get there ahead of them.
And do you think I'm going to go? Okay. All right.
Or you could stay here with that man who's been staring at you that seems to not understand that a mustache is supposed